There have been strains of warning on different kinds of addictions. Addictions like drug addiction, alcohol addiction, smoking addiction. But what about the food addiction? Welcome to my channel. Today we'll be discussing on food addiction. If this is your first time of coming across my video, you are highly welcome. Please endeavor to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell to get notified each time I make a new post. This is the Health Clue and will help you to discover your path to wellness. Addiction is one of the silent killers in the society today, but a lot of people seem not to talk about it, and I wonder why. And trust me, it has led a lot of young people to their early graves and even lead a lot of people to battle for their lives. Food addiction is not just the excessive eating of food, although there are some symptoms that shows that you're becoming addicted to food or you are food addictive. Number one, when you eat to the point that you are excessively full, you are addicted, because there will be a point where you will eat, you will feel full, you will feel satisfied, but because of your love and addiction to food, you will keep on eating. And when you're done eating, you'll be excessively full to a point that it can even make you uncomfortable. So that urge that keeps making you to continue eating, that don't want you to stop, is food addiction. Number two, when you always think about food, you are addicted. Maybe your quiet times, maybe alone, you are constantly thinking about food. In fact, 60 to 70% of your thoughts is about food. Thinking on how to get this particular meal, thinking on how to eat this particular food, thinking on how it will taste like. You're just thinking about food at all times. Check yourself, you may be addicted. Number three, continuous eating despite the consequences. Maybe you're diabetic, or you have high cholesterol, or you are overweight, and you were want not to eat these particular kinds of food, or in fact reduce your intake of food. But no, it will seem as if they've taken part of your life away. Sometimes you can go at great lengths to get a particular food to eat, irrespective of the health consequence. So when it gets to a point where you're not considering your health condition and you keep on eating, you are addicted. Number four, eating in secret. You may not want the people around you to know you have eaten, or you may not know the people around you to know you're eating this kind of meal. So it will make you to hide to eat. And when you're done eating, you may hide the plate, you may clean your mouth. When you get home, you will still join them to eat what they are eating, unknown to your friends and family members that you have eaten secretly. When you find yourself doing all this, it shows you're becoming addicted. Number five, always craving for food. Of course, this is the drive that is giving you the ginger, the urge to always eat, because food addiction comes with heavy cravings. Your appetite is at a very high level that you don't mind eating anything at any time. Number six, eating when not hungry. When you pay attention to your body, you know you're not hungry, but you just eat like you're not hungry. Some persons will say, you just finished eating few minutes ago or an hour ago. Why are you still eating? Not like you are hungry, but you just want to eat. You always want your mouth to be busy. If you find yourself in this category, my dear, you are addictive. Number seven, you feel restless and depressed when you have not eaten. I know there's this saying that goes, a hungry man is an angry man, but I'm not sure it applies to people that are addicted to food. Every man has the power to control his or herself. So when it comes to the points where you allow your emotions, you allow what you feel to have a grip of you, at that point you don't have a control over it. My dear, you are addictive. So you see people that are addicted to food, when they've not eaten, they are depressed, they are restless, they can't even sleep at night, like until they eat that food. That is the only time they will get themselves back. Number eight, not minding the location you're eating. Sometimes you'll find somebody eating in a place that you feel very awkward. It could be in the trunk of a car, it could be outside, it could be on the road, but you just find them eating in places that seems awkward. If you check that person out, it shows he or she is addicted to food. Number nine, a loss of control over quantity. If your plate is not full to the brim, you are never satisfied. And lastly, number 10, feeling guilty but still eating. All these people that are addicted to food, they can feel guilty after they are done eating. But trust me, few moments later, the guilt will just die off and they will keep on eating. They can even feel embarrassed with the way they eat, but trust me, they can find it very difficult to stop. So if you experience all these signs I've just mentioned, check yourself. You may be addicted to food. Now, what are the factors that can cause food addiction? Number one factor is brain chemistry. This particular factor, the way it works, if you consume foods that are high in carbohydrates, sugar, or artificial sweetness, it can trigger an addictive-like process in some people. And this is done by activating reward processing region in the brain and releasing a chemical that will make you feel good, chemicals like serotonin and dopamine. The second factor is genetics. If you have a gene that has addiction problem, it may not be food addiction, it could be alcohol addiction, smoking addiction, or any kind of addiction. So if you have such in your gene, it is highly possible that you can be food addictive. The third factor is trauma, and this deals with psychological factor. Some of these people that are addicted to food, they have some mental health disorder. They may be dealing with a lot of things mentally and they find solace in food, which could be why they are addicted. And the fourth factor is upbringing. In this particular factor, this is when parents come in. A lot of parents are fond of forcing children to eat food. The way you train your child from when he or she was little is the way he or she will grow. So when you keep persisting your child to eat, especially in large quantities, it will make that child to be addicted to food. A lot of mothers feel if their children are not fat, if their children are not chubby, they are not healthy, which will make them to start bombarding the system of this child with different kinds of food. Sometimes they can even give their children medication to boost their appetite until their children are fat or chubby to a point. That is when they will be satisfied that they are healthy. Then when this child grows, he or she will be suffering from food addiction and be struggling with his or her life because they'll be trying to cut down on the way they eat but find it really difficult. A child's healthiness is not judged by his or her size. Parents should take note of that. Now let's look at some health complications that can happen to those that are addicted to food. Or you can call it complications of food addiction. Food addiction can lead to obesity. Of course, there's no way you eat like that you will not be obese. It can cause heart disease, constipation. When you have stuck your food, your digestive system with all kinds of junks, it can make you to be constipated. Because even the ones you have taken, you will not allow it to digest well. Malnutrition. As you gain weight due to excessive food intake, it will make vitamin deficiencies to pile up in your system because you have excessively taken these vitamins and they are too much in your body system, and it can lead to malnutrition. Yes, it can. Depression. If you don't eat, you're not okay. You will definitely be depressed. Type 2 diabetes, stroke, chronic pain. When these vitamin deficiencies pile up, you will be feeling pain in your muscle. Osteoporosis. It's a bone disease that reduces the strength and the mass of your bone, and this can increase the risk of broken bones and fracture. Lastly, we have emotional isolation. This particular point has to do with you having a low self-esteem. Because of your eating habits, people will always talk and they will talk down on your self-esteem. So in order for people not to talk, you will always isolate yourself from people. So how then can you treat food addiction? Number 1 point, see a psychiatrist. Like I mentioned earlier, some people that are food addictive are dealing with serious mental health issues. So see a psychiatrist. Number 2, see a psychotherapist. A psychotherapist will help you with therapy sessions. A psychiatrist will help with medications if there is need for it, while a psychotherapist will help you with therapy sessions that will help you to cut down on the intake of food. Number 3, exercise. Exercise has a way of reducing food appetite. It helps with mental health, depression, your brains, every part of your body will be working just fine. And lastly, go for counseling. If you have anyone that is food addictive around you, don't talk down on the person, because these people may be dealing with a lot and they all need your help. The whole family love, friends love, and all of that. Sometimes they may want to stop but don't know how. So it is in your place to help them. If you have any question concerning this, drop it in the comment section. And also share this video to as many people as you can to help those struggling with food addiction. The Health Clue is organizing a fertility class for both men and women who are finding it difficult to conceive. We will be having qualified gynecologists to attend to the women and qualified urologists to attend to the men. In addition to that, there will be a free 1-month follow-up by these doctors after the class. And this will be done live on Telegram. Check the flyer for more information. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video, and please don't forget to subscribe.